Hello students, I am Padmini. I welcome you all to this basics of grammar. Today we are going to learn a very interesting topic of our English grammar, that is email writing. So what is an email writing? So an email is a digital message that may be formal or informal, but it is sent through the internet as an instant, that is known as email writing. So an email is short for electronic mail. It is a store and forward method of composing, sending, storing and receiving messages over electronic communication systems. It is the quickest way to communicate in writing. So email, it is also known as the electronic mail. It is a method of exchange digital messages across internet and other computer networks. So it is the quickest way to communicate in writing. So my dear students, as we know, there are two types of emails. One is formal and another one is informal. So formal emails we can write to the companies, then the government, then the third government departments, then the offices. And this informal we can write to our friends, our relatives. We can write to our friends, our relatives and to our family members. So question comes here. So how to write an effective email? Remember it. These email messages consist of two major sections. That is, number one, that is header. Header consisting of subject, sender, receiver, date and time. Header consisting of subject, sender, receiver, date and time. And number two, that is the body which contains the messages. It can contain formal, informal language depending on the purpose. So now we will go to email writing format for students and professionals. So first, that is subject. It should be brief. Second, it should give a clue to the content of the message. And the number three, it need not be a complete sentence. And the second, that is the salutations. Salutations means dear sir or first name of the person. Next, that is opening statement. In opening statement, it must be begin with a pleasantly or greeting. The number two, when replying a message, thank you for your message, I received your message. The next comes clarity and tone. Clarity and tone, when you expect a reply, please let me know. Please let me know. Then when you want help, please or kindly, you have to write there. Next, that is paragraphs. In paragraphs, we must write. Each main idea should be in separate paragraph. Each main idea that must be written in a separate paragraph. Then use a complete sentence. Do not use SMS language. We should not use SMS language while we write the email. Then last, that is complementary clause. Complementary clause means regards, with love. Then we must write our name. The most important thing, and it is doubt for all of us, what is the meaning of CC and BCC? CC means carbon copy that adds addresses to it. If those people need to know about the subject but are not required to act on the contents. And BCC means that is blind carbon copy. People in this field are concealed from other recipients like in the 2CC and BCC fields. They can be seen other in the 2 and CC friends but not the BCC fields. So while writing an email about the subject matter, what we have to write and what we must not write. So let us discuss it. So do's and do nots about email. So what are the do's? So use an informative subject line. Write the most important information first. Use number and bullets to make the message clear. Use simple grammar and language. Always try to write the short sentences. Then use separate paragraphs. So what we must not write while we are writing the emails? The first things. We should not write about the irrelevant issues. The first thing. Don't give personal information that you don't want someone else to know it. Don't use capital letters to write the whole words in emails. This is considered the shoutings. The next thing, that don't use different fonts. Next, don't use italics. Don't use the exclamation marks. And don't use incomprehensible abbreviations, acronyms and similes. So now, my dear students, we are going to solve one email, or we are going to write email. First we will write the formal emails and next we will go to the informal email. So when we talk about the formal emails, informal emails, for example, write an email to the editor of the Indian Express in about 100 words on the issue of the indiscriminate cutting of trees. So the hints already given. The hints, the role of trees, life, beauty, shade, fire, prevent soil erosion, prevent landslide, timber, herbs and fruit. So these are the hints given here. So how we start? First, the date we have to write. The date, anything we can write. For example, 3rd March 2020. Then from you can write your own name, Ajay, at the rate gmail.com. Then two address we have to give here. 2, editor, Indian Express, at the rate of yahoo.com. Then the subject, value of trees. Then the subject, salutation, dear sir. Trees and plants have a vital role in our lives. In truth, life is possible because the trees are there. They provide with oxygen, which is essential for our life. Besides, they also add to the scenic beauty. The green areas of this city are called its lungs. They control the atmosphere pollution in summer. The trees give us comfortable shade in winter. They supply us wood for fire, which keeps us warm during the rains. During the rains, the trees prevent soil erosion. The rain washes the fertilizing layer of the downhill, the soil from the downhill. The roots of the trees bind the soil, and landslide can be prevented. The trees supply us timber, which is essential for making houses, and also the furniture which we use in our houses. Birds and even some animals get their food and shelter from it. The same trees provide human beings with fruits and herbs. So, through your newspaper, I ask the people and the authorities to stop the indiscriminate cutting of the trees. And at last, yours sincerely, your name Ajay. So this is the formal email. So let us discuss an informal email. So next, that is an informal email. So write an email to your friend, giving him some tips, telling him how to fight with this global warming. Some hints you can get from this, like replace the bulbs with CFL, choose energy efficient appliances, use washing machine, dishwasher only when a large quantity is to be cleaned, plant trees, use public transport, buy fresh food, use paper cloth bags. So date, first date 3rd March 2020. Then from rishi@gmail.com. Then subject, how to fight global warming. Then to rishi@gmail.com. So dear Rishi, in your email, I found you are very anxious about the problems of global warming. I have some ideas about how to fight it. Global warming means the warming of the Earth's atmosphere. We must take steps to stop doing the things which contribute to this warming. First we must at once replace our electric bulbs with CFL, because the latter gives out lesser heat. First thing, we must use only energy efficient appliances like pressure cooker while cooking. We should use washing machine or dishwashers only when they can be used to their full capacity. We should plant as many ash trees as possible. The smoke from vehicles causes a lot of warming. Private vehicles should therefore be avoided. Public transport is the best way out. So last, regards, yours sincerely, Rosni. So this is about the email writing. So how to write a formal email and informal email. So I hope, my dear students, you have understood this.